Well, thank you, Bobby, and it's been kind of a nostalgic night here with Bruce and the governor and a lot of other friends from over the years. Life does go quickly when you're an entrepreneur, as we all know from the hours that we work. I do want to say that since, actually, Governor, I guess I got this from you, Governor, but I was going to come up here and say, hi, I'm Ron, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. And it's true, because I just was thinking that when I sold out ResCare in December 2010, it was a lot of hard work to get at that point. It was great, great exit. We took care of all of our people there, and I think the company's doing great. And so, I've told my wife this maybe 100 or so times that, I'm going to retire. And when I say it, I really mean it. But that particular night, after we did the closing of ResCare, I called her. I said, we're going to really finally move to our place in Naples more frequently, and I'm going to retire. And so by the time I got home, I got 2 calls, and I had 2 deals going by the time I pulled into the garage. But so I do want to say I want to thank my wife of 45 years who has put up with me in my entrepreneurial spirit, and it's been a lot of understanding on her part, and it's amazing that she continues to put up with me. I guess all the rest of you all have figured out how to do that, but it really helps to have a wife who is understanding of some of your propensity to do entrepreneurial deals. Eric, you need to remember that too as you move forward, and you too especially. So, but what I wanted to say was that as I've looked back and as I've moved through a lot of ventures, what's some of the most outstanding traits? Well, everything Governor Brown said, your 6 or 7 descriptions of what it takes to be an entrepreneur and what you need to do. The one that I have found is the fact that you better have a lot of perseverance. This is the thing that's helped me, because I kind of hang in there longer than most people do, maybe because I'm not very smart, or because I just like working hard, and eventually it's kind of like you're a halfback and you get the handoff, you go through, and suddenly all your blockers, and it opens right up and you go on through. That doesn't happen every play, but it does give you an opportunity to keep hanging in there and trying another play, and finally you'll get through and you'll find a way to survive. And so from my perspective, the biggest trait is perseverance. And it's a perseverance not just because you work hard and work night and day and you don't get a lot of sleep, but it's the fact you have setbacks and you have shockers and you get knocked on your behind, and you got to find a way to get up, but also find a way to win. And from my perspective, that's been, I think, that's helped me in some of my successes, is that I practice perseverance. And I don't know where I got it from, but you don't like to lose, and you don't like to disappoint people, because I was like with Bruce, with ResCare, with almost 50,000 employees, I was really, especially with government funding swinging up and down, and you didn't know what happens next. If you do get a big cut, how are you going to manage through it? How are you going to protect your employees as well as the clients? And so from my perspective, it's always been very important to take it seriously, and I probably have taken it too much with my employees at ResCare. But I felt good when I left that we had a lot of special severance packages for 200 of our top people, and everybody has been substantially protected, and they've had an opportunity to continue to blossom and do well at ResCare. And it wasn't just taking care of the clients; it was helping our employees grow and develop. And that's, to me, and I'm sure with all of you, it's some of the most fulfilling factors of life when you see some of your employees that just grow and blossom and do the best they can do. But I wanted to just say that I think perseverance is the most important item. It's hard to describe because it comes in a lot of different challenges, a lot of different ways. But it's good that you have a supportive wife, but also that you find a mentor as soon as you can that can help you get through that. And like Bruce mentioned, Governor Brown was my mentor, was Bruce's mentor, And from my perspective, they didn't even, you didn't even know you were my mentor, did you? Because you are the way you are. You were the entrepreneur. And I remember this, the last day we left the cabinet, and we were all going back to the private sector. You said, go out and do some good things, do your best, find a company and try to take it public. You probably don't remember saying it, but I remembered it. And so Bruce was there and was able to get that done and take Vincor public. And then about 3 or 4 years later, I found the turnaround of Rescare, and we took that public and fulfilled dreams that I always had, but I didn't know if I could do it. But your challenge, Governor, allowed us to do that. So I don't have much more to add other than it's just, if you get it, it's what I've told both my kids and what I'll tell every one of the entrepreneurs here, is that you get into something that you love and you enjoy, and it's a passion, and probably you're pretty good at it as a result of that. And as a result of that, if you get into that, it's not work, it's fun, and you're going to have some entrepreneurial successes. So I want to thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you, Bobby, and the whole group. But from my perspective, I'm glad I'm an entrepreneur. I can't help it. And I'm going to probably do some more deals, although I'm going to try to make them smaller and not as much time consuming as I've done in the past. But thank you all very much. Very good.